What's up, my YouTube? Is Johnny Dell here. On the subject of the mold poisoning that, I did quite a few months ago, that I was trying to explain to people what mold can do to you, what it did to me, what I lived through with it, how just standing in line would sometimes be so, it's hard to explain, be so hard just to stand there because the room's doing this, this way, that way. You want a cup of coffee, you want to be normal, you want to sit there, you want to chill. Just to sit there and chill was the hardest thing for me at one point in my life. Seriously, I know it's hard to wrap your head around it. I know it's hard to understand it unless you've lived it. People can think you're drunk because of vertigo. You'll be off balance. But I'll tell you a couple things it did for me. It got me to learn a lot about home remedies. It got me to see the truth in people, helpful people and not so helpful people. Same way you work, understanding work, and abusive work. I want to raise real important awareness to this because I think it's underblown. It's overlooked in the renters community. Me and my wife rented this house that we found out later on down the years with the mold. And I didn't know, but it was affecting my dog at the time too. My dog would lose fur, be all allergy. You just think it's allergies and stuff when it's like on a low end. That's the beginning symptoms of it. But if your body loses its immune and the mold gets in, it's so much more difficult to fight off. The mold and stuff is like, it might be in your sinus. Your body will wash it out. But if it ever gets in, it can cause strokes, cancer, take over your body, numbness. It's insane what it can do. I'm no doctor. I just lived the experience of it. And of course you have these people that are like, well, you sure this was it? Well, you sure that was it? When this all happened in the beginning, I went to the hospital. I had my blood drawn. It came back normal. This is after my throat was swollen. I've lost feeling in my arms. Periodically, I'd wake up, I would be totally okay, and then all of a sudden, everything would start spinning, or I'd lose feeling here, down my arms. And you can only go to the doctors and stuff so much. Once I went, when I lost feeling all down here, went to the doctors. They sit me in the waiting room. They put a mask on my face. Now, granted, I didn't have no sickness like that. They didn't understand. They do their protocols. They do their steps. I know now if I just fell on the ground and got an ambulance ride and got to the hospital, they would have charged me like, who knows, thousands and thousands of dollars, and they would have told me, my heart is okay, I don't have cancer, blah, 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 blah. Here's a couple prescriptions. Go home, take the prescriptions. Then you start taking the prescriptions, and other things happen to you. They're throwing pills at problems instead of the cause. That's what I learned. So I decided to start doing a lot of home remedies and move out of the place I lived in. First day I moved out of there, I could sleep. I moved to this place in Marshfield, Mass, and the air was so different. I could just tell it was clean. After you've been exposed to something, you can sense when it's around after it's got you sick. So anytime it's around after that, I knew I could walk into somebody's house, know immediately if they have a mold problem. Yeah, it stinks, but I can sense it. I healed myself, say a year and a half, 2 years after that. After I moved, after I got on my home remedies, after I started doing my physical fitness again, because I'm telling you, I got so bad at one point where I had to go out. I went out to my car because I believe activity is very important to get back It's like therapy. Um, you need to work to get it back. Your body will fight like hell, but sometimes you got to put in the work to stay on top, to gain it back. So I always believe you got to put in the work. So anyways, besides that, I go out to my car pretty much on a friggin' walker. 28 years old, using like a cane and walker to get out to your car, because you're just not stable. You just get out there. I get this old polish rag in my toolbox because I love old cars. I love motorcycles. I grew up fixing them. I was around them all the time. So I just started, polishing one spot on my hood. And just that one spot on the hood took more work than me used to be up all night throwing an exhaust system on my 71 Oldsmobile, or removing the whole upper intake and heads and doing the head gaskets over. More work doing this than doing that whole work. What's that tell you? Like, when your body is shutting down, failing, it's amazing how much it can take from you. I'm only sharing these videos because I don't want it to happen to anybody else. It was a struggle for so long. And I got my dizziness better for a year and a half, 2 years. Then I moved back to the city, and I knew where we were moving. I could sense some mold. But after you get better, you get this, blindness to things again. So I started being blind to mold again. I noticed in the chandelier that there was water stains and stuff. But in life, sometimes you gotta make moves to try to make money, to try to survive. And that's what I did. Moved there, and guess what? Symptoms started coming back. Wasn't as bad, but my vertigo would start coming back. And it was horrible because a year and a half, 2 years, I was like riding motorcycles again, driving wherever I wanted to, doing whatever I want, And I know there's more awareness for the vertigo today of when it started with me. Also, after that, I got tonsil stones that I was fighting for years. That's why I make videos of that, of how to get rid of them, and how, I've pretty much cured my tonsil stones. The only ones that come up now, I can tell they're like old, deep ones. But it took me so many years, so much information, so many doctors, so many things that I went through to get there. And that's why I want to share it with you guys. The home remedies and stuff, you can always find things that are like antibiotics. I'll tell you one thing that works great like an antibiotic that would help me instantly if I couldn't swallow, and I hope it helps you right now. Clove of garlic. I'm telling you, it might be tough to chew and swallow, but if you chew that and you start swallowing the juices, and you got problems where you can't swallow, at first it might be powerful. I'm telling you, it might be like, oh my God, what did I just do? But within 10 or 15 minutes, if you had a headache, if you had that pain, it's going to diminish. And you'll notice it. You'll notice it's the most instant thing that's a food that you can do for yourself that will help you. I started adding it to my rice, my mashed potatoes, my soups, just to kill. But today I could just probably eat clove after clove if I want to. It's very good for you. You will smell like garlic. But I would have rather smell like garlic than not be able to swallow. So that's one good tip. Teas were great. I remember we went to the doctor. I couldn't swallow. I couldn't eat nothing. My wife would make me these herbal teas. And I'm telling you, they helped. They helped big time. And the first thing the doctors say in that, oh, tea won't help you. If I didn't have tea, I couldn't swallow anything. The tea would relax my throat, and the herbs in it would relax it, and I could actually get in some soup. Eat something mushy. But the doctors would say no. I don't understand the pharmaceutical side of the world of being for so much money. I understand it in ways, but do it in the right ways. You can make money. Like, I believe a doctor can save your life. You're having a heart attack, you're having this and that. It's symptoms like that they can't pinpoint right away. That they try this, they try that. And sometimes it causes other issues that I see too. they treat you for something that you don't have, and then you got something else, and then they say their medicine didn't do it to you, but it did do it to you. I was first hand of this. I noticed this almost immediately when they started just throwing me pill for vertigo, pill for this, pill for that. And then I took them, and then my symptoms got 10, 15 times worse. Then I felt worse. Then I got other issues that could have been caused by the pill. I don't know. I was going through so many issues at the time. So I just want to make this aware out there that when you go to move into an apartment, ask if you can take a mold test. You can buy them at Lowe's. It's a little tray. You put out for an hour. You open it up. You close it. You send it into this lab. They send it back. Like they always interview on you and me. But how come we can't never interview and inspect their history? Sometimes you have landlords coming around, checking in on you, or invading your space all the time. You don't know that unless you talk to people that lived there before. Not everybody gets along, but, at least you can get some information saying, before I rent this place out, is this guy going to be in my backyard every day saying that it's his, just because it's his place, and always being at your window? What the hell do you pay him $1,300 a month for? To stay out of your hair unless you need them, right? If they come around and you agree with that, that's one thing. Leaving the motorcycle in your side garage, constantly being out your door, it can be, in a way, harassing. So anyways, not getting in deep to that. That's just more life experiences. But mold, it's a killer. Not many understand it. Some have symptoms from it. Neti pot's good to use too. Just with allergies. Wash that stuff out of there. Use a good sea salt with some water. Even hydrogen peroxide up there. Just use very little. It will clean so much up there. It might, at first, this is how home remedies work. At first, your symptoms may get, enhanced. You may feel sick, or you might feel better first, and then you feel like you're getting red, headachy, or withdrawal type, because the body is killing the problem because you're giving it the tools to kill the problem. That's the goal, is killing the problem, not the symptom. You see what I'm saying? If something's in the body growing because of some other problem, you kill that part that's growing, the problem's still there. It's still going to grow again somewhere else. You see my point? It's like cancer. It's just like all the chains link. I don't want to go on and sound like, I know it all, because I don't know it all. I know from what I've lived and what I believe the body can do if it's given the right tools to do it. Because I thought I had heart attacks. I thought I've had strokes. I thought I was a goner almost 10 years ago. And I went downfall, up, down again, because things ain't totally gone. Now, if I know how to kill whatever got inside me at that time, the mold or whatever it did to me, it could have damaged, obviously it did damage certain parts of the body where it could be balancing, where I can have those issues now and then. Alright? I'm not going to get deep into that. I found things lately that, you get head movements, exercise. There's so many different problems you can have with one part of your body. It could be somebody could have got an infection. Somebody's just got an allergy. That's why there's so many things out there. Massages can work for you, or maybe the hydrogen peroxide can work for you, or some sinus spray could work for you. There's so many different problems people have. Head trauma. You get hit in the head. I remember when I was a kid, I got nailed with a rock right here. I remember that. It could have did something for my future with it. Or what happened to me caused that memory of the balance. Who knows? You don't really know. And the doctors never are 100%. Always get a second and third opinion, and always see somebody that's certified in home remedies, because I'm telling you, it can save you a ton of money, a ton of headache. Not saying not go to your doctor. Go get checked. Go see if something's wrong. It's when they find that something wrong when they start picking, probing you, and maybe, just saying maybe, might send you down the wrong track to a whole lot more problems. Kidney failures, heart failures. Look up, I don't know why I'm getting this deep into it, but look up, how many people die a year from medical medicines. And then look up how many people die a year from alcohol, from cigarettes, It's crazy. The amounts of people. And then sometimes when you hear somebody passing away, and that, somebody like me may have known a better way because of my experience of what they had, and they could still be here today, just from a home remedy, instead of the wrong prescription. Everything you try, start in small amounts, go from there. Get checked by your doctor. Make sure you have a tumor or something, you have, your heart's clogging up. Very good at that. Alright? Gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck. Any questions, comment, like this video, share this video.